Welcome to CFO Chronicles, the secrets behind success. The go-to podcast for fractional CFOs and accounting firm owners who want to attract more high-paying clients and increase their revenue. Hosted by James Donovan from 92 Media. This podcast dives into marketing strategies specifically designed for lead generation and client acquisition. In each episode, you'll hear from industry leaders sharing their success stories and expert tactics to help you sign more lucrative clients and grow your business. Tune in and discover actionable insights to transform your marketing efforts and boost your bottom line.
All right, super excited about today's episode. We got Charlie Price from the High Profit Accountant on today.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Charlie, I'm super pumped to have you on today. We met probably 3 years ago, I'm thinking.
That's crazy. It's been 3 years.
Back in Tampa at a live event, which was really cool. We've had the pleasure of being at a couple events together, networking, a couple beers after the event. Had a great time. For those who don't know you, would love to just open up the floor for you to give a quick introduction of yourself, and then we can get into some of the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, sure, James. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 3 years, man. And we were on the boat the one time, which was pretty cool. We had some really cool things. That was an awesome event. So my name's Charlie Price, CPA. So I guess my past is I came out of 15 years in the industry plus, and started consulting with accounting firms in 2018, really focusing on how to package, market, and sell premium services, really focusing in that advisory and CFO side. And we've been doing that for the last handful of years, and it's just been incredible. I've worked with over 200 accountants and have had an absolute blast on doing that.
That's awesome. I had no idea you had a background in accounting. I thought you were, hey, just another guy who wanted to get into the marketing space and started working with accounting firms. That's really cool that you have that background. I hated my accounting course in university. Absolutely hated it. So I find it extremely ironic that I'm now working with accountants and loving it. I caught myself laughing in the spring. We were sponsoring an event in Jacksonville, and I was like, wow, I never, one, thought I was going to go to Jacksonville, and two, thought I was going to be at an accounting conference. So that's crazy what will happen. But loving the space now and who we get to work with. How did you decide to make the transition? And now, like, being really involved in the marketing space, coming from the corporate world?
Yeah. And first of all, like, glad to, I came out of industry and, tying the balance sheets and all that stuff and going through those tax seasons. But, just happy to have you in the industry, James, and just all the awesome stuff that you guys are doing over there for accountants too.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So what was the question there?
Yeah. So I was just curious, how did you get into the space now on the marketing side of things, coming out of the corporate world?
Yeah. So I just knew there was a time where I really enjoyed, doing the tax returns, and that's where I was really, specialized in. But I just wanted to make a bigger impact. I had just had a purpose I wanted to work more closely with people. I wanted to learn do more relationship building, and I kind of had the entrepreneurial bug for a few years before I resigned and left and jumped out on my own. So that was a big thing, and I definitely think there's accountants out there that can relate to that these days. Like, I talk to a lot of people that aren't as in love with maybe doing all the tax, tons of tax work, and they want to do more of the higher value relationship stuff. So I think that's kind of a commonality pattern that people can relate to, hopefully.
Awesome. As you were explaining that and telling that story, Charlie, we might go in a handful of different directions here for the next 30 minutes, but One thing that's always stood out for me when I met you is one of the stories you told at one of the events we're at with, I want to say it was one of your first marketing clients. So do you know where I'm going with this?
I don't. I've had a lot of crazy stories over the
Yeah.
years. Just yeah,
I would love for everyone who is listening, who works remote, works from home, has a remote office. The time you brought on a new client and you had your onboarding or intro or kickoff call with your new client.
yeah. I know what you're
You know
talking
the one
about.
now?
Yeah, yeah. So I had one of my first clients. I still tell my clients about this sometimes. I was just getting started in business. This time so it was 2018, early 2019, and enrolled our client, um, and scheduled the kickoff call for the same day or next day, and they were local, right? And essentially I had scheduled it as a Zoom meeting, but that person had shown up at my place because at that time I didn't have the PO box even set up at that point, right? Because it was just ready, fire, aim. But yeah, that person had like showed up like I'm here for the kickoff call, and I was like, that was wild. So yeah, make sure
Oh.
you reiterate to your folks that like yeah, it's going to be on Zoom, but it hasn't happened since then.
So and then what happened? Like you opened the door and said, "All right, come on in."
I think I like rescheduled the meeting to do it on Zoom and just clarified it, so we were good.
Oh, that's so good. I've told that story to so many people. It never is not funny.
Yeah.
That
What
story.
about, have you had something crazy happen? Like anything that you can think of?
Um, what has happened? Yeah, there was I feel like I've told you the story before when I was first getting started of the inappropriate phone call. I won't get too in depth on that for this recording. I can tell you about that one again offline if needed, but if you're remembering that one, there was that. As far as like kickoff calls or other things happening, nothing really stands out like a client showing up at your front door.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think we all have something where the client surprised us. Like, I definitely know that the audience can relate to
yeah,
something that just blew us
yeah.
away with, oh wow.
No,
Yeah.
that's good. So tell me, Charlie, CPA gone marketing, gone advertising, essentially now helping out other CPA individuals who want to grow their firm, package it properly. Tell me about some of the biggest learning lessons you've come across while growing your offer, growing your business, growing your firm.
Oh man. Putting me on the spot there a little bit, but I think so many different places I could go on this. But I mean, I would think I think we've done a great job of creating offers and thinking about how to do things in a fairly scalable way, so that we can, as an owner, I can, and this is what we work with our clients on, consistently continue to work and operate as the CEO. And this is something that we've both worked with Alex Shalinski, like that Alex would preach for sure about being working on the business versus in the business. So I think that's been a huge lesson. It's just continuing to focus and operate effectively as a CEO and to build out service lines that scale.
Okay, cool. Um, now let's flip to the other side of it. Like, what are some of the things that you're most proud of in your business? And maybe we'll just start there and then we can get to, some client results. But what are you most proud of
Yeah, I mean
for
that's
the
that's the
entrepreneurial
first
journey?
thing. That's the first thing I was going to say is just some of the incredible transformations that we've seen from clients. Like we've seen a client this year, add 50% in firm revenue from just upgrading clients, tax clients into advisory services, and we've had clients just massively change their business and their lives through implementing just higher end advisory engagements. So that's number one. And then the two more things that come to mind. Number two would be empowering team and watching team level up, just our internal team and just seeing them grow and transform. So it's all transformation. It's transformation for our clients, it's transformation for our team. And then I say it's self-transformation. I tell this story a lot, but when I was just starting out, like I was like, who am I to talk to accountants, to coach, to get on a Facebook Live? Like, who the hell's going to listen to me, right? I was sweating, scared to hit the live button on Facebook Live. I was scared to put out content and share my voice. I was scared. I was sweating through my shirt on coaching, right? And I know people can like relate to that, hopefully. But I guess through repetition and through mentorship and building that confidence just through putting the reps in and being around the right people, I think I feel a lot better about doing those things now.
That's
it's just been transformation for all three. There's for everybody there.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Feeling like your growth has hit a plateau, even though you're putting in the work? Maybe you're attracting clients, but not the high-end ones who see your true value as an advisor. Or you're stuck in compliance mode with all the big wins happening just a few months of the year. I get it. It's frustrating. And it's not how you envisioned your business evolving. That's why I'm offering a strategy call designed specifically for business owners ready to break through these barriers. This isn't just about leads. It's about creating a strategy that aligns with your marketing, personal brand, and sales approach to attract clients who pay what you're worth. Imagine starting the new year with a clear plan, a stronger personal brand, and more high-ticket clients. If you're serious about taking things to the next level and want a true growth partner, now's the time. Visit accountingleadsnow.com or click the link in the show notes to book your strategy call. Don't let another month pass by without a roadmap to achieve the results you're after. I'm here to help you make the shift.
That's cool. What would you say to those listening who are still a little nervous to hit, the live button, to hit record on their phone, to get in front of Zoom and film themselves, or, to try to position themselves as that authority figure or that thought leader in their space? Because it is scary, and it's going to be scary the first handful of times you do it. And I'd be lying if I said it's still not scary jumping on and doing certain things. Like at a certain point, obviously that fear diminishes, but it's petrifying when you get started. I'd love to hear your take on how someone could overlook that fear or get past it so that they can put themselves out there more.
Yep. I love it. I still feel, I still get a little nervous sometimes when I hit that before I go live or before I, how's this going to go before I do something like this. Right. But it's you're right. It's different. Two things. So I think to build confidence in anything, really, there's two things that we need, and it's faith and evidence, right? So number one is we have to have faith that it's possible, right? And that can come from, yes, up above, right? Faith and spiritual, faith. But it also can be surrounding yourself with the right people and like-minded people that have done that and made that transformation, right? By, joining a mentorship program, or by surrounding yourself with peers that are going through the struggle and that have come out the other side of that journey. And that gives you the confidence to start. Like that's the sole reason how I got started and started booking conversations and bringing on clients, was I had that faith, right? That it was possible. Then number two is, now that you're starting to put those actions into place, it's the evidence starts to come, right? You start to prove to yourself, okay, this is that I'm getting better, and this is going better. And oh, wow, this worked well. This went well. And that evidence starts to build over time in the reps. So then the confidence comes. And then, I think that's kind of that journey.
Yeah. Nice. I would add in as well that like nobody's out there. Well, most people in your circle who that's going to be shared with aren't hoping you fail. So getting up and posting that video or getting on stage and having a talk, whatever it is, people in the audience aren't sitting there like hoping you fail. I mean, you might have a couple of people and those just aren't great people, but most of the time people are rooting for you to do that. And also, who cares what other people think? Like, you're the one in the spotlight. you have the opportunity now to make your voice heard, your offer heard, where the people who are probably judging you or making comments, they're hiding behind their keyboard doing it. So
Yeah.
I think that comes with time as well, and it's a lot easier said than done. But like, really, who cares what the other people are thinking?
Yeah. And like if I mean a lot of people care. Like a lot, I mean, that's the truth, right? Like
Yep.
I still have feelings about like what people think about me, whether it's messaging people or clients or whatever. But it's you know, am I gonna let my fear of what other people think of me, what's more important, like what I'm shooting for, my vision and what I want to build, or you know, my fear and what could potentially hold me back from achieving that. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's so good. Um, all right, let's talk a little bit about how Charlie Price finds new clients for his business and how you help your clients and advise them on best ways for their client acquisition. That's big. We like to always hear from everyone what they're doing for their acquisition channels, and I would love to hear from those two different perspectives from you.
Sure, absolutely. So, I've been a huge proponent of organic. That's how we've built our business, and I guess what that means is, you know, free putting out content. We built a Facebook community called the High Profit Accountant. Now we rebranded it years ago. So that's been around for four plus years of just putting out consistent content. And then on from that end, we're leveraging that content to start engaging conversations, to identify problems and pain points that we can help people with, and ultimately give sharing some insights and moving people to conversations. So that's how we've been. That's how what we've been mostly focusing on. Sure, we've done workshops and events like that, you know, related to that as well, and that has helped. And then um, with our clients, I think that we definitely focus on that. You know, I think that's probably one of a fast way to the fastest way to get a sale. I think is by asking somebody to get on you know, to have a conversation
Yeah.
with you. I think there's some truth in that. So, uh, but at the same time, I do want to, you know, when you have your offers, I think packaged the right way, don't just throw in the towel on your current clients and upgrading them, because we've seen tremendous value in having upgrade conversations in a specific way where you can upgrade clients, create more goodwill with your clients regardless of if they upgrade or not. And I just think it's a fantastic opportunity that um, that's where I would probably start if you're an established accounting firm that has, you know, a bunch of clients.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, like you just said, don't throw in the towel and upgrading your own clients. You can't say someone else's no for them. Make the ask. They'll tell you if it's not a fit, but you can't make that decision and say no for them. There's been too many situations where I think if I look back in the past, I've probably said someone else's no for them. And just in the last handful of months, where being very intentional to not say someone else's no for them has made a massive difference in my life. And I tell that to our team members, I tell it to our clients. And it's something I truly live by now. Like, do not say someone else's no for them, because you may be very surprised at the outcome that takes place.
That's awesome. Yeah. My version, I think my version of that is don't sell with your own wallet. I think it's kind of a similar kind of look there. Um, but yeah, I think, and there's a way that you can do upgrades. Like if you structure, like we're getting towards the tail end of 2024, like you can invite your clients to a strategic planning call for next year. That's, you know, and then that's going to allow you to help them come up with a roadmap for their business, as well as understand what their goals and challenges are, so that you can make a really powerful, compelling, high level offer for them, which is a win-win-win for everybody.
That's so interesting you brought that up. The strategic planning, the forecasting call. I think that's so important to do, and it really positions yourself as, their growth partner and more than just a line item on their balance sheet. Um, Aside from that, is there anything else that you have top of mind that someone could take action on today if they're listening that, yeah, well, one thing for sure, set up that strategic call with your clients so you're forecasting what's going to happen going into 2025, or what are we doing the remaining months of 2024. Anything else that comes top of mind that maybe you're sharing with your clients that's not giving away the entire playbook that you can share with everyone who's listening?
Not worried. I think we're just coming off of a tax deadline, here in the U.S. So that was October 15th. So doing some reflection, looking at your current service lines and what your hours look like this year and what your profitability looks like this year. We see a lot of people that are putting their firms up for sale right now because they're not happy. And I think doing some self-reflection on like what would make me happy if you're in that space. So what does that vision look like for the company? And don't put yourself in the box that your firm has to be a certain way. You don't have to offer and be like every other cookie cutter, business out there. You can create your own rules and have your own boundaries and have your own service lines. And that's going to really differentiate you too. So I think starting with some self-reflection on knowing what ideally you want your business to look like. How many days a week do you work? How many hours do you work? Do you want a busy season, or do you want, I don't know how to say that, but like how many hours are you willing to do for a busy season?
Yeah.
Do you want team members? Like, I think that's a good place to start. And then, consider what service lines are going to, what service lines are going to best get me there and which ones are going to probably pull me away from that. So that's why, transparently, I think we both focus on advisory and CFO services because of how the higher end monthly recurring revenue brings stability and security, and being the ability to work with fewer clients, which creates more simplicity, I think, for a firm.
That's so good. I hope whoever's listening is taking action and thinking about this stuff and is being intentional as well, right? I got some insight or a lesson or a video I watched from somebody recently or in the past, and about what's your ideal day look like. Well, I'm sure so many people have thought about this before, and probably a handful of people have done something about it. I know I was one of those people for the longest time. Well, this is my ideal day, and would not actually do anything to try to structure what my ideal day looked like. And as I'm saying this, I've kind of tailed off on it being in my own calendar, but I'm getting back to the point now where I have my real calendar of what's happening, all of the back-to-back meetings that I don't want to be having, always jumping from one thing to the next. And then I have my ideal calendar, like kind of carbon copy right on top of it. And the goal is, come the start of 2025, we're based off of the ideal calendar and what the ideal work days and work weeks look like. Because I think unless you're taking those actionable steps and you're being super intentional, you're just going to continue to relive the same 6 months over and over. So I really like what you're saying about reflecting after the tax deadline and seeing, where do I want to make changes? What do I actually want my business to look like? And you're 100% in the driver's seat.
Yeah. And guys, put yourself first. Like, I know that sounds selfish, but we are like the most selfless industry, right? I know you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I'm speaking through the camera right now. Like, as an industry, we're very, very selfless, and we put our clients first to the sacrificing health and all kinds of stuff, family, all kinds of stuff. But if you could put yourself first and do, like you said, design that ideal day and start to think about how to manufacture that, you'll ultimately be able to help more people and create more impact. And that'll allow you to, really, really serve a lot of people in a big, big way.
Put yourself first. That's an awesome final piece to end on, Charlie. For everyone who wants to get in touch with you, to continue the conversation with you, learn more about what you're doing, how you're helping your clients, how can they get in touch with you? Where can they find you?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would love to connect with as many of y'all as possible. I'm mostly on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn as well, but mostly on Facebook. So you can just go search Charlie Price on Facebook and you'll see me. And we have an incredible community of 3,700 accountants, which, James, you're going to be on, I think, tomorrow, rocking and rolling with us. So we do expert trainings, interviews around packaging advisory services, around how to sell, overcoming objections, how to generate more premium engagements and appointments. So jump into the high profit accountant community. Would love to see you there.
Awesome. I'll make sure that's linked in the description of this episode, Charlie. So hopefully we get some people joining your group. Anyone who is listening, highly recommend you speak with Charlie. He's incredible at what he does, has a great offer, and you'll be well looked after inside of his community. Charlie, thank you so much for coming on. This was an awesome conversation, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of CFO Chronicles, the secrets behind success. I hope you found value in today's conversation. As we wrap up, I'd love for you to do 2 things. First, make sure to subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. If you enjoyed today's discussion, please rate and review the show. It helps others discover the insights we share here. Second, if you're ready to take your business to the next level and attract the high-end clients you deserve, head over to accountingleadsnow.com or click the link in the show notes to book your strategy call. It's time to position yourself as the advisor your clients need. And don't forget, you can connect with me on LinkedIn to stay up to date on what's happening in the world of accounting and financial growth. We've got more exciting topics coming up, so stay tuned for the next episode of CFO Chronicles. Until then, keep pushing forward. Your growth is just one strategic move away.
Thanks for listening to CFO Chronicles, the secrets behind success. We hope today's episode provided valuable strategies to help you attract more high-paying clients. Be sure to subscribe, follow, and share with fellow professionals. Connect with us on LinkedIn and leave a review or comment to join the conversation. Your feedback helps us bring you the best insights in finance and marketing. Until next time, keep striving for success and unlocking your business's potential.